green. Green, 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 green. I think I'm gonna step towards this side because there's a truck there and it has to, this feels weird, it's carrying fire, which is what I'm going to need for the place that I'm going to. I feel different. I feel very different. It's like there's someone else speaking. Sembro de Var, Perair Temandre. Two motorbikes moving towards each other here, so that is collision. Semara Tevare, security guard, and there's a man handling a green, what do you call these things? I forgot what they're called, but I need this fire for where I'm about to enter. For where I'm about to enter. Green fire. Green fire. Gas. I believe it is gas. I'm gonna move towards this car. Something is amiss there. Something is not okay. Sabara. Seramba Kebaru. Kayandre. Chicken Licken. Accident. Chicken Licken. Zero. CB84 YF. I didn't greet. Apologize, I went straight into it. Something about Burger King 1954, or here in South Africa for just the last couple of years, but Sareo. I have begun and I'm already being tossed around. Again, I feel very different. I'm not sure why yet. I feel very different. I don't know if it's something that I did or what I'm about to do, but something has changed inside of me. I can feel it. There's two kids in the distance there. I won't show them just for their own protection, really. For a change, I don't usually just show everybody, but there's two kids here who are begging at this corner, and that is not right. So there's three people there that are moving. They happen to be of Indian descent. Again, they just happen to be of Indian descent, but they are notable. When I was walking, they were moving towards the right. Then the lady turned to move towards the left. And now they're going back again. So I'm just trying to figure out. And there's a truck here, that oil tanker that is sticking out, and now that I've seen that there's an orange car that they're standing next to, which is also sticking out. And the oil tanker is orange. There's a taxi minibus there. Oil tanker is orange. There's red following it. There's a truck here, Mercedes 88. And birds now are manifesting, and there's a man running, and now he's taking a brisk walk. So I suppose there's a reason why I had to start my video here. I'm heading towards the mountain today. Hopefully, I might get there, I might not. Yellow motorbike coming in to park. What car is this? Cherry. Tigo. I believe that brand is Cherry. Okay, so I'm gonna follow that car. Although it is turning orange. So that orange car just turned now. So even though I began with green, and even this young man that is on the streets here is wearing orange, so even though I began with green, I'm gonna jump. Orange seems to be the color of choice. Another minibus, reddish, orangish. I would say orange, maybe red, maybe somewhere in between, but orange seems to be the color now, which makes sense because the last color we left off was green. If you remember, the red, the white, which I got from the States, and the green, and them combined, spoke about. That's the red and the white. There's a man in green there. Sarai. We're just moving. I am supposed to wait for a green, something green to pass here. Okay, there is one now. Green-ish color. It's green. It is green. Okay. Which means God is ahead of me. I was supposed to wait for a green car there. As I was saying, red, white, and green. And I moved without, even though I heard this. Okay, I'm moving towards serpents here. Even though I heard it in the spirit to wait for green, I moved without the view of the sign. And as I moved, the sign was ahead of me. So I might need to follow instructions today, and I'm not very good at following instructions. I just run straight into it, and I feel very different. I don't even feel like this is me talking. I just run into it, and then this blue car is going to be significant. 847 very soon. Blue plastic. And I'm moving towards security guards are already moving in this area. This area is heavily guarded because there are Freemasons, witches, warlocks, and a whole lot of other Porsche somewhere there. My camera work is always not the best. It's heavily guarded, and this place here happens to be a drug and prostitution hall, even though it says that it's a salon, it's a hair salon, but it happens to be dragged, cannot talk. So I feel like there's bells. Give me a moment. Soramo. Okay, the place is called Virgin something, Virgin Hair or something of the sort, I didn't read. But it's a drug cover. Prostitution, drugs, trafficking. is what they do. I'm trying to see if I can read it from here. Okay, I can see the security guard is moved. It says Virgin Hay, I believe. Virgin Hay. So those guys are into drugs. And I'm sure the people here know it. There's an orange car there. I'm gonna have to pick up this branch. Orange car there. BMW, Mercedes, so just German engineering. Or by now, when we speak about German, I might as well say warfare, so which means there's warfare here. That is what black German car is known for. Even though they are trying to change their image, but we understand, again, Volkswagen, German. And an orange bike carrying the stick. It looks strange as it ought to be. This place has got waters and water spirits here. As a Roman kind of statue. A lot of water spirits on this side. And the name of this street is Victoria. So if you can imagine Victoria Falls, kind of, there are men on the roof here. So something I need to be aware of. Men on the roof. Sirens, 3 sirens, if you will. 3 ladies around water. There's a woman in red, there's red here. There's a red that's turning behind me. There's a red car moving there. There's a Coca-Cola red sign here. Opposite is an orange power play sign. And a blue car, red. So if you can imagine, and there's a red forklift type machinery here. That is curious. That stands out for me. There's a lot of activity on this side. A lot of activity. That's why I'm saying if I make it the mountain, because I may not. I may not, because Sarah Mehendra, this place is highly dangerous for someone like me. Orange car. I think I'm gonna use the orange as a safeguard sign for me to, the orange and the green. So there's the green moving that side and the orange that moved behind me. So I'm gonna assume that is a sign for me to progress. So I'm gonna move as far as this hair salon. This is originally where I was going to begin my word, because I dreamt of this place, but in it, Samaro Fer Suzette chicken curry. So it looks like there's food being served here as well. Food and hair. But when I dreamt of it, the sign on the door had a dog, a little white puppy. When I walked past that salon or a similar one in my dream last night. But nevertheless, something, I'm speaking quick, I'm moving quick, so please excuse me. And blue. That represents the waters. This place is in waters, or what I call witchcraft. 15. CC. Alright, the 15 that has just passed is judgment. I've spoken about, there was judgment on the 15th of March. There's going to be judgment again on the 15th of August. It's just what the Spirit has warned me about. And if you notice, many of my posts right now have been speaking about judgment. That's a second blue car, blue and white Jaguar. So we are in the waters, but we're about to, as you can see, the car changed. I'm jumping the street now. The car jumped to white, blue in the front, white at the back, so something has changed. The signs are quite quick. So I am moving quite quick, beat vest, open serve. There is a woman here, or there's a spirit here at this house. And if you can sense, this tree is actually just looking at me. So the spirit of the woman is as big as this tree here. So this tree is actually looking at me. This tree has got sacrifices, and there's a big lizard. So that's the white that I'm saying is turning into. So it's coming from behind me, if you will. But I did sense that things were about to change from the blue to the white. So it's a different spirit now, but I already jumped across just to signify that it's a different environment, a different area. Sarambre. So when I move in places like this, as you can see, I depend heavily on the spirit. There is something here on this gate, and that's black magic on the gate itself. Black magic, and I'm seeing like a black hole now. A black hole. I'm gonna get into my God state now. Again, it's not to brag, it's not to hold it over people. There was a lady there in red, but it's just for protection and also to deal with these spirits here because they are massive. So my God state is functional. The orange motorbike, that lady that just stood out, again, very significant. So there was a white lady that just came out there by that gate. You didn't see her. Similar to the one that I was speaking about by the trees. Again, I'm very quick today, so you're gonna have to keep up. Audi, and there's the white car turning up. So that is the direction I am moving towards. There's another German car going in the Sarambre Diyar Kepara Adas da Suprananara direction. And the white cow with 66 on it, which means the devil is here, which is what my tongues were saying just now. If you can interpret my tongues, the devil is here. There's a man ahead of me, German, white and red. So here's the white and the red. For the person that gave me the sign, see if this house is significant to anyhow. It's gray, white, and a ram. So that definitely is a sign for you because that ram carrier company is from your nation. So there's something here at this house that you need to discern. Look at the coconuts, look at the colors. Something, just look. There's a word there for you, or maybe there's a word there for me through you. Something up with this tree. I'm not sure yet who owns it. The gentleman towards the right, a Marche Froné, just observing. Okay, fire. Back to the fire, not so much to speak on that man's behalf, but was he speaking about being in a hospital and something about almost dying. So, Sarah, there's nothing I need to say about it. Nothing I need to say about it. Okay, I can't record that, but there's a spirit there, heavily demonic one. And it's sexual of nature and has to do with the father, like this tree. I can show it represented in this tree rather than I can do in the house, but it is not good. It is not good. 3 birds observing from the top, from the roof. There was 2. There's a man in green there. I don't know if I should go that way. Oh, this house is green and white, so green. Sembro, electricity is buzzing there. Okay, now I'm gonna go straight up. I feel like I need to go up. I just feel like it. Sometimes it's a feeling. And if I'm going in the wrong direction, a sign will pop up to say you need to go the other way. So I'm going up this way, seeing if it's okay. If I take a couple of steps in any direction and nothing jumps up or changes in my spirit, then I carry on. Because this part I wasn't sure, okay, there's a white car that just went past. Pro wasn't supposed to show it to you. That's probably why it didn't show up. But it went 3 birds, okay, multiplying. So it starts with 1, then there's 3, there's an eagle there. This word is for Gwen. If you ever watched this video, there's something here at this house, heavily guarded. This is the Tyler Perry word and the Oprah word. I hope you're watching. The Oprah word that we spoke about, the Tyler Perry. There's something in this house or in this spirit that you need to watch and observe. Okay, this white car, you can see it. The other one, I ran away. I'm so tired already. 77, which speaks about luck. The house number is 766. 766. 766. But there's a word there concerning that. And then fruitful wife. If you happen to be watching this video, there's a word here for you, which is to multiply. To multiply. God wants to multiply you. Just as the spirits here are moving from 1 to 3 to 5, God wants to multiply you, which means you need to impart whatever you have learned spiritually to the child that we spoke about and to the children in your ministry. I know you probably don't like me to prophesy to you, but it is well. At least I release it. And then it is in the atmosphere. But you need to impart your spirit. And then God is going to increase your prophetic as well as your ability to heal. Because I know that is what you want. That healing ministry. That healing ministry. That healing ministry. That's where your funding is going to come from. And I'm seeing a new car with that word as well. An SUV of some kind. So if you happen to watch, that is a word for you. That's a word for me. 777. So that is activating luck. But we of the faith don't believe in luck. We believe in faith and we believe in joy. We believe in faith and we believe in joy. The joy of the faith that we carry is the luck that we carry. See if there's anything here. 999. There's a yellow car. So there's a white car there going up, which means right place at the right time. There is at that corner house there, the blue one, a gentleman has told me, and this has been confirmed, that that man happens to be someone who is on drugs, hard drugs, cocaine and the sort. But my intuition told me that he is also one who distributes. The stick is down. I was carrying it all this time. I'm moving towards this yellow car, and I'm going to turn up where this yellow car happens to be. All right, so now 49. 49. Rese Brone. Embartea Seconde. Something about this tree. Catherine, if you happen to be watching this, which I don't think you will be, but there is a word for you here somewhere. Be careful who you marry. Be careful who you marry. Be careful who you marry. There is, in the direction that I'm pointing, there's a spirit waiting for me there. Waiting. I haven't been to these mountains in a while. I don't like to come here because it's heavily guarded, just like this environment is heavily guarded. That's why I move so quickly. I don't want them to get time to adjust. But this one is ahead of me, so I won't have time to parezondre. Samar Devar. And it's a spirit from India, so if you can imagine the words I was speaking about, the nirvana, the yoga, the aliens, the Buddha, those kinds of spirits are the ones that inhabit this place the most. But those are not the ones that we're after because we've dealt with those. And I hope you can discern them. I need to change my face because this is what the spirit here looks like. And I think I did have a vision of that somewhere. Karen. Afrikaans. Karen. Afrikaans. So that's the spirit I'm actually here to deal with. Ons taal is ryk, diverse and unique. I believe that translated to, that's a tongue, that's their tongue, the Dutch tongue. Serambro de Vero, Estambre, Keromandre, the Dutch tongue. Woo! I just tripped. And I have changed direction, going in a different direction because, like I said, on top there's a spirit waiting for me, and in the direction that I was going there is literally a man sitting there with a red, it's not a hat, it's behind these trees there somewhere, but a beanie. We are in winter season this side, so it is a bit cold, but he is wearing a red beanie. The one that broke my window today is wearing a black cap. So black and red. Black and red. So we're on this path, which wasn't the original intention, but this is where we are, nevertheless. So when something is blocking you, just change direction. Adjust. I'm going to be out of breath by the time I reach the top. This is a mountain, so you can imagine I am climbing. Sevar Menora, Remes and Tareve. I'm just acknowledging this spirit here. It is an angel / a demon. It is somewhere in between. So there's got serpents around it, but its eyes has lights in it. So it's quite a strange spirit. Quite a strange spirit, and it's telling me something about my mother that I need to be concerned about. Something about my mother that I should be concerned about, but it is well. Following this path, I haven't been on this path before or yet. I probably have been in my spirit, but in my understanding this is the first time. So alright, and ahead of me there are now two men carrying waters. They're carrying water bottles, and the one is wearing blue, so I need to adjust again. So the one behind me is in red, which means I'm gonna have to go somewhere in between. So again, I need to adjust. There are already people here, there are already spirits here. Woo! Okay, there is a spirit that just opened up. I was gonna move in this direction anyway, but there might be snakes, mind you. There might just be snakes around. But there's a spirit here that just opened up in this direction. So that is the way that we're moving. I'm just going to turn back for a moment. It's a beautiful view. There's a school in that direction there that I was supposed to go to. It's called Ellen Glen, and just behind the school is Sandton City. So there's a school there, there's a highway of sort. So that's a part I need to show you for whatever reason. Again, there may just be snakes here, so I'm gonna have to do this cautiously. Selah, it is well, I hope. It is well. Arse Mandre Veroya. So I'm not completely in the spirit because I have part of my fear today. It's probably why I saw that angel, which is part demon, part angel. It's probably because Sarambe Reter has been influenced, just as I have been influenced by this world, hence this fear that I have, which is not natural. We're not supposed to be afraid, but Selah, I am. So I myself am part in God, part in the devil. God with the faith, the devil with the fear, which I'm hoping it should serve a purpose here nevertheless. And I'm hearing the word on Gideon, who was afraid or concerned, as some might say, not necessarily afraid, but concerned. And there was a word that the angel spoke to him. It's only 30 minutes in, I thought it would be an hour by now already. Courage, ye of good courage, be of good courage. So let me carry that word up. If fear is in you, fruitful, if there is fear in you in terms of what God wants you to do, activate your faith and your courage the more. Activate your faith and your courage the more. The Spirit seems to be gravitating towards you for whatever reason. I think you're in a season of change now. Just be careful who you trust, particularly when it comes to, I just tripped. And that might be a word for you as well. Be careful who you trust, particularly in the area of finances. There are spirits. There's a dragonfly here. Let me say there's a devil, and it's a blue dragonfly. That's the first. I'm going to stand on this end here. There are demons, spirits, who know when you're about to elevate. As Denzel Washington said, when you're about to be on top, or when you're at the top, that is when the devil appears. So just be careful if you're ascending. Be wary of the devil as well. He is near. Just be discerned who you trust, who you anoint in your ministry, and who you take up with you, like Moses on the mountain. Like Moses on the mountain. Like Moses on the mountain when he had Aaron. I believe it was Aaron and it was one side, one was Joshua. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But these are they that God will instruct to help you. And it's a word for me as well. So when I speak to you, I'm speaking to myself. I just need someone. There's something on this mountain that I need to conquer. I just noticed that this lady is wearing red and black glasses, and her eyes look like crystal. So that's what that angel, she actually represents, and she's wearing blue, which is the waters, just like that house is blue. That's what that angel represents. So she's dark, and she's wearing, I see crystals on her neck as well. She's dark within. I'm going to drop this here. She's dark within, but she's got eyes of an angel. She's got eyes of an angel that draw you in, make you feel comfortable, but there's darkness inside her, which is what that spirit was. The dragonfly again. So dragons. Learn to discern, people. TD Jakes. My favorite word by now is like the demon or spirit I saw. There's darkness in him, but you avoid it because maybe there's something in his eyes that make you blind to his heart. His heart is dark. His heart is black. There is no God in him, but for some reason people are fooled. A spirit just jumped here now. People are fooled by what he shows you, which is what the devil is. When the devil first appeared to Eve, he looked like a serpent, so Sarambre there, he was a serpent. They should have been wary. But when he began to talk, he made sense, and the sense that he spoke. All right, brother, let me just move quickly. The sense that he spoke is what drew Eve in. And you began having a conversation and you trusted and you let your guards down. And as soon as you are not looking, that is when he put something in you that should not be there. Something is not right here. Even this tree, as you can see, has been cut down. And whoever was doing this was not in the right spirit. So there is death here. I'm moving towards death. And I'm moving towards serpents. And I actually don't know which direction to go now. Now I'm in the spirit. Officially. Officially I'm in the spirit. I've never used this part before. Samara. So something new. Woo! Please excuse me. Something just moved in this direction. And is still moving in that direction. Oh, scary stuff. Anyway, it's like my own personal action movie. Last night I dreamt I was speaking to a god. And he was hiding, same as TD Jake, same as TB Joshua. TB Joshua I got rid of. You can confirm it. I released the word concerning his death. And he died. And I was not shocked by it, nor was I saddened by it. TD Jakes have also released a word, but the man just will not die. So, Rahe Brania, I might have to take matters into my own hands again and release a spirit that he will not avoid. Same as Oprah, but Oprah's word has already been released and I don't think she'll avoid it. Am I saying I'm killing people? I'm saying I'm placing judgment on them, that God has reserved them for death. God has reserved them for death before they do additional harm. The thing I'm trying to block is them doing additional harm. You might ask what harm that is, and all I have to say to you is, open your spirit and have a dream. If you want to know what they have been doing, just open your spirit and have a dream. Turning back, I picked this thing up. You know, I didn't even notice that I picked this stick up. You probably wonder how can that be. You know when they say you're absent-minded? I picked this up and I don't remember doing it. So I just need to figure out what this is supposed to represent. You know what this feels like? There was a time, now I'm just reminiscing, when I took you on a journey in that direction, again towards the school, and for the reason why I was being pointed towards the school. And there was a Y, if you remember, a Y, which I translated to L and V on the ground. There are people speaking here now, where I'm standing. So their voices, both in the physical and in the spiritual, I should imagine. I can detect them though, because again, I feel very different today. So anyway, so I was supposed to take you there, and I was saying in that direction, and I was saying that is Masonic country or Masonic territory. But now that I see that there's Satan behind it, I believe that's the reason why I'm going up instead of, I was supposed to go there in that neighborhood and walk around. But now that I'm here, I get the sense that it's as far as centered, which means it's the whole territory. Those men are praying that side now. Those are the voices. So it is voices of them praying. And there's also voices of the spirits around here that are beginning to manifest around them. So I'm moving away from that direction. Again, it just, woo, God Almighty. So I am going up to TD Jakes. I am saying it out loud. That is a word I need to carry. Semar Venera. Semar Tevanda. Keroi Semandi. I don't know if I'll make it up this hill, but it looks like that is the, oh, Carandro. That is the way that I am moving, so let us be adventurous. And I'm seeing the rock in the spirit as well. Now that I was speaking about TD Jakes. I don't know if I'll release this video. In all likelihood, I shouldn't. There's going to be some backlash, which is okay. I don't mind. Something just flashed in my eye in the moment. So the rock looks like God is after him as well. I don't know what he has done, but God is angry with him. God is really angry with him. I don't think I'll make it up this. This is very steep. Very steep. And I don't see any way up here. So I'm gonna go, and there's a ledge here which looks very ominous, very dangerous. Oh! Woo! Adventure. If I fall, I'm in trouble. There's a little rock here. I'm gonna pick this up, toss it. Why, I don't know. Okay. And I think I can move up this direction. This part is so much easier. But I'm going up this way, just to make things more interesting, if you will. So I will still end up in the place that I was meant to. Woo! Like that. There is a second branch that I've broken off a living tree, so I need to take note of that. 2 branches that have been unceremoniously stricken. And if you know, there is a word about salvation which says the Jewish tree or the Abrahamic tree or the Abrahamic roots, that some will be removed to make room for the Gentiles. That is which we are. The Gentiles to be added to Jesse's root or the root of Christ. So that is 3 that I have just cut down. And the names that I have so far is the Rock, Oprah, and TD Jakes. Why I'm focusing on the states, I do not know. There is a word for Chris Rock. If you're watching this and you've come this far and you trust me enough to come this far, please find a word for Chris Rock, Chris Brown. And is there another Chris that I should know of? Chris Jenner. Chris Rock, Chris Brown. Please write them down in the comments if you can. Chris Rock, Chris Brown, Chris Jenner. I need you to see them in the spirit. They are public figures, and therefore, they've made themselves available to be judged publicly. Unfortunately, that is the nature of being in public. Again, if you judge any of these words to be incorrect, speak to God about it. Come find me in my dreams and tell me there's something not right. Or you can tell me directly, but I don't think any of you would have the confidence to speak directly against anything I reveal without God speaking to you first. You should not have the confidence, as a matter of fact, to speak against anything that you hear here, unless God specifically says that is not right, you need to correct him on that. Then you can speak. And I will discern and I will correct myself. Sarai. So, just to clarify, those are words of judgment and release for those three. And then another three that you guys, forget it. I'm just moving on because something else now is jumping inside of me. Again, I've never used this part before. Seems a lot clearer here now. So we run into a bit of turbulence, but we seem to be all clear. Now I'm just determining. There's a spirit up here that seems serene. It feels like an angel. I see even a rainbow around it. But just like the first spirit that we moved past, there's something just not right. Something is just not right. I released a word on Juanita Benham, which got me into trouble back then because some people unfollowed me and blocked me. As a result of it, I was wondering why I'm being blocked. But okay, there's a spirit there that I might need to deal with. So let me deal with some false prophets. Teddy Jakes is not a false prophet, he's not a prophet, he's not even a man of God, so he doesn't even qualify for this word. But there are some false prophets, Juanita Benham being one of them, who appear, which is Jezebel's spirit behind you, who appear to be working with God and convince people that they're working with God and show people that they're working with God, but they are not. And the word on Juanita Benham is actually more dangerous than the one on T.D. Jakes. Because as I'm speaking these words, she will hear me speaking these words. So it's not that she doesn't have the gift is there. But the spirit behind her is heavily troublesome. So I'm going to put her in the spirit, Juanita Benham, and I'm going to deal with her. This feels like judgment. And that's exactly what it is. So if you're uncomfortable, turn back. Because if you watch this, you cannot unhear these words. You cannot. And God just confirmed that there is a direction that I am going. Judgment. So, judgment. There are spirits on that side where I was showing you they are beginning to move now. But they are very far from me, which is what I'm concerned about. None of them are able to get close to me. So I am curious as to what God has put in or around me. That this, as I said, I was feeling different today, so I don't know what God did. I'm blaming God for this. I don't know what God did. Okay, not that way, something that just jumped. I don't know what God did, but he did something. I am stepping up 1, 2, and 3. 3 levels up. The last time I performed a judgment, if you remember the word on Emmanuel, there was it Innu people in the mountains. That was 1 step up, and now I've stepped 3 steps up, or 2 additional ones, which means now I'm judging prophets or judges or people who are supposed to be judges so that they can be rectified. I am tired now. I'm at the top of the mountain at least. And when I get to the top, hopefully I get up there. I'm seeing a giraffe up there for some reason. I'm going to be judging gods and angels. Woo! Gods and angels. This is a very beautifully yet very dark spirit. Yeah. I am drawn to this spirit. So this is Medusa. Medusa, the Greek god, or the spirit of it. And help me catch my breath. This Medusa spirit, and she's disappearing there now because I can see her. and that sentence spirit are one and the same. So they look very beautiful on the outside, or they draw you in for whatever reason, Juanita Bainham. But when you get near, like Sentence City, you begin to see the rot and the dirt and the snares and so Sarambre. But it is well. God sees, God reveals. God sees, God reveals. Let me just kill this spirit. Karkeshia pro cry. Sharebo. Okay, again, God is in me because it didn't take long at all. You need to pray at least 2 or 3 tongues to remove this spirit. So God is really here today, which means I should be concerned now, because now I know God is near. Now I know that God is near, and that is a problem. These are probably rabbit droppings of some kind. I see there's footsteps here. I feel like I'm tracking. I watch too many nature shows. But those look like, or some small creature of some kind. Some small creature of some kind. There's a spirit here, I'm not sure what it wants. But it's a very dangerous spirit, and I just tripped. Just looking at its direction, just me acknowledging that it is there, and me knowing that it is powerful, and it is a powerful spirit. I won't show it to you, but it is powerful. It actually might be God. Is that God? I think that's God. Why wouldn't I recognize God? Because when God appears, yeah, He is His own spirit. No, that is God. That definitely is God. So God is up here. I can show you His Semara. He's moving like lightning, so He's there. Now He's there. Then He's bouncing back there. Then He has split up. One went this side, one has gone that direction. And literally He's surrounding this whole place. So I'm gonna pause here because God is here. Glory, I think. And I don't know what that spirit is, but there's a dangerous man that is behind me. I think I need to kill that spirit as well. So today is about judgment. If you're comfortable with that word, stay with me. If not, Serambre de Vero. I'd encourage you not to carry on. But I'm going to follow God. Oh boy. This is going to be interesting. Be blessed.